Ash Media's coverage of Snap-on Kalgoorlie's Australian Street Stock Championship is proudly brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia.
All about set to go. The penultimate heat of the Australian title. Green lights. We still have not had one stoppage tonight in 6 heats. Can you believe it? We might have our first now. We had a couple of them shot offline. And I think I might have put the greens have remained on, so the race continues. Daniel Padala out in front as they move out of 3 and 4 the first occasion. It was a rough old start. Back in second place is Robbie Foe, third place Bronte Humphries, then Russell Gunn as they settle into their work up into turn 1 and 2 the second time. Drew Ogle goes offline and underneath goes Mick Dan from Victoria. Bit of trouble further back in the field. Colin Peden, one of those involved, and it looks as though it could be Scott Bull, the other, as Colin Peden retires the 3 car to the infield. It's a race in 2 out in front. Daniel Padala at 20.065. Robbie Foe right on his back bumper. Foe would be looking for 36 points here to automatically qualify for the final after having a flat tyre last night. And he's looking to become the first driver to win 3 consecutive Australian street stock titles. Daniel Padala, though, is no slouch. He's won a West Australian title or 2, and he's holding him at bay at the moment. Humphries in 3rd place. 4th place now is Mick Dan. Russell Gunn went offline in turn number 2 and went back a spot. As we go back to the leaders, Padala and Foe having a great old scrap. 4 down and still 8 to go. Humphries in 3rd, the 96 of Mick Dan in 4th place. Russell Gunn and Drew Ogle, a long gap back to the rest of them, headed by Scott Bull, Bob Wakefield, and Jared Rick is OUT out. Out of 4 they come now, 5 down and 7 to go. Padala driving a great race, and he has to because Robbie Foe right behind him. They're almost into the 19-second bracket, 20.007 that time around. Back in 3rd place it's Bronte Humphries, then Mick Dan. 5th place is Russell Gunn, then Drew Ogle. That's the top half dozen. They come up to 6 down and 6 to go, running clockwise. Padala seeming just to have the edge on Robbie Foe at the moment. The margin is 0.4 of a second. 1 car length separating the pair of them. Bronte Humphries having a great battle. He's having to drive a great line because right behind him is Mick Dan, and right behind Mick Dan is Russell Gunn. They've burned off the challenge from Drew Ogle with 5 laps to go as they come up the main drag once again. Robbie Foe does a 19.979. That's the quickest time tonight. Humphries still having this great battle with Dan and also Gunn right behind him. Drew Ogle retires the 13 car, and he's got a flat tyre, I'd suggest. So come into the main straight again. Robbie Foe almost levels up with Daniel Padala. 4 to go. Foe trying to get underneath of Padala, couldn't quite do so. Lost a bit of ground in the exercise. Humphries still 3rd, Dan still 4th, and 5th place is Russell Gunn. Out of 3 and 4 they come, counting down the laps, 3 remaining. It's Padala and Foe, and they are they're a long way ahead. They're not even in the same straight. Humphries is out off the curb. He's up near the fence, and going underneath is Mick Dan. Humphries fights back though and still holds 3rd place. Dan looking for a way through. This is 3rd and 4th with Russell Gunn right behind them. So Humphries, Dan and Gunn still fighting 3rd, 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, back of the ranch with 1.5 to go, and Robbie Foe does a 19.879. Tried to get underneath the Padala again, couldn't quite make it stick. The white flag will come out this time around. There's 1 to go, and Padala, I think, might have burnt off the challenge by Robbie Foe. The white flag is out. Back in 2nd place is Foe. Humphries still 3rd, and he deserves to finish 3rd because he's been under enormous pressure from Mick Dan, who's been all over the back end of him but still can't get past. Russell Gunn is 5th. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, though. It's Daniel Padala from Carnarvon who wins the penultimate heat of the Australian title. 2nd place is Robbie Foe, and it was 1.7 seconds in the end. Here's the challenge for 3rd. Dan gets underneath the Humphries, but a great drive by the 84 of Bronte Humphries. Finishes 3rd, Mick Dan 4th. 5th goes to Russell Gunn. 6th place is still up for dispute, can you believe it? And Bob Wakefield is going to get there over Scott Bull, and Drew Ogle will be 8th. Jared Rick didn't finish, and neither did Colin Peden, and Nathan Powell didn't start. It was Padala, Foe and Humphries your top 3. The margin 1.745, and Robbie Foe set the quick lap of the race with a 19.879.
Wow, very quick racing there in heat.